I'm going to tell you about the failure that almost broke me and why I'm so grateful that it actually happened. Good day to you all, and welcome to Bad Day Excellence, the show where we take those real, messy, chaotic parts of life and turn them into growth. I'm Brian Walsh, author of Habitcraft 101, and a guy who's trying to help 9.5 million people over the next 15 years build a life of fulfillment and pride, not regret. Just like a roller coaster, my life is filled with ups, downs, lefts, rights, the occasional loop. It's what makes life exciting. I relish in the fact that I have stories that I believe are worth sharing. So what failure almost broke me? I knew I had really failed when I heard my wife say to me, "I hate your podcast." I've spent the last decade working towards a better version of myself. But when she shared that statement and then went on to share why she felt this way, all I could do was take it all in. With all of my research and reflection, I realized that this was her truth. And I've learned that in these moments, you need to give space so that they can feel safe to share something like this again. Yes, I wanted to defend myself. Yes, I felt like I had failed not only my family, but myself as well. But something inside me signaled that I needed to take that moment and just take it in. I made sure to listen intently and focus every single bit of my energy to stop my face muscles from moving because I have a terrible poker face. After she was done, I thanked her for sharing and said that I didn't need some time to stew, but I needed time to reflect. Inside there was energy swirling and my ego was lashing out. How could she say this? She's totally wrong. But 10 years ago, I told myself I never wanted to feel like an imposter again, and I didn't. It still almost broke me because I thought I hadn't followed through on my promise to my family and to you all, my listeners, to be more present and live a life on your terms. I was practicing avoidance instead of progress. I've shared this story before, and it was a critical point in my life where I unlocked something inside of me that I think I would have never realized had I not gone through this rumble chat with my wife. The result of this breakthrough was the creation of the fail bank, a simple 3-step process to not only stop considering failure as a debt to be paid over, our lives, but actually the currency in which you can reinvest and accelerate your growth. In the past, I was always, no, not always, only focused on finding the silver lining and discarding whatever bad feelings there were. But that only allowed those bad feelings to lurk in the shadows, waiting for those low parts of my life to step into the light and take control during a shame spiral. When we run through the audit, reconcile, and reinvest steps of the fail bank, we begin to lower our armor that we've been using throughout our lives to protect us from those bad experiences. The crazy thing about our armor is that we use it to protect us in the moment, but it doesn't stop it from happening again. It doesn't teach us anything, and that's when we become stuck and feel helpless. But becoming the chief financial officer of your own failbank branch inside your mind, you begin to build the trust you need to make the meaningful connections with others. It's scary, I know, but that fear, that that feeling is a signal that you are on to your next breakthrough. So let's walk through the failbank system. There's step 1, the audit. This is where you walk through just this series of events. No spin, no story, no, well, this happened because this, no. Just what happened in the moment. Imagine looking at a scoreboard. You see the score of both teams, you see how much time is left, and that's it, nothing more. Then we move on to reconcile. What aspects of this event did you have control over? Release what isn't yours, because this work is about you, not them. What lesson did you pull from this experience? Again, this is personal work. So, what did you learn about yourself? And don't sugarcoat it. And then the last step, this is the most critical step. What is one tiny action you could do within 24 hours that would move you towards a different outcome if this occurred tomorrow? A lesson learned doesn't stick unless you use it. So get moving. 3 easy steps that begin to build a path towards healing and shift you from the victim of someone else's story to the creator of your own. I want you to ask yourself this week, what's one failure you're ready to reframe? DM me your story. I might feature it on Failbank Friday. And if you need help with building internal trust, this exact process, turning bad days into breakthroughs, is what I teach inside the Momentum Makers Club. It's $97 for the full system, and it comes with a community of individuals who understand and celebrates each deposit we make. I'm Brian Walsh, your guide to habit crafting and biggest champion. Thanks for tuning into Bad Day Excellence. See you next time.